Okay. Let's put on our game face. Alright, so for Blood Death Knight, guys, Blood Drinker I feel like is the best talent here. Just gives you a damaging spell. It does decent damage and also heals you, so decent talent right there. I use Heart of Ice just because it reduces the cooldown of Icebound Fortitude. Death Strike extends the duration of Icebound Fortitude by 2 seconds. You can, I guess, run any of these. I feel like between the top two talents, you're going to be either running Spectral Deflection or Heart of Ice. I also take Anti-Magic Barrier because it increases my max health by 25%. This mixed with Vampiric Blood just heals you for a shit ton, by the way, so that's why I use that. I use Red Thirst here because obviously Vampiric Blood on a reduced cooldown per 6 runic power you spend is very strong, so I use that all the time. Tightening Grasp because it reduces the cooldown of your Gorfiend's Grasp and also makes your Death and Decay slow people by 70%, which is one of the strongest slows in the game. Geef, what's up, man? Good to see you back. Foul Bulwark because it just gives you, I think, like 20% increased max health, and Bone Storm because I like the heal from it. And if you get a lot of people in your Bone Storm, it's just going to do a ton of damage. So pretty much the basic, I suppose, rotation of Blood DK is apply Blood Boil to everyone. Get 10 stacks of Bone Storm of your Bone Shield up, and then I should probably pick up the flag too, but I hate being a flag carrier so much. Geef, how's it going, man? So, if I could mount, that'd be great. That'd be great, guys. Okay, whatever. I'll pick up that flag. Then Honor Talents. Death Chain, just because does causes your abilities, I'd say, to give me the flag. Give me the flag. Okay. Had a Q session in 3s. What about you? Doing specs explained right now. What's the best type of warlock? Whatever spec, really. Every spec's viable. So, Honor Talents, I just take this for the increased damage. This because it absorbs magical damage, magical attacks sometimes, and it can be very strong. Decomposing Orb because it reduces the max health on people. Unholy Command because I like the 2 charges of Death Grip, and Death Chain because it links 3 targets together and makes it so you just cleave damage people. So if you're not going to give me the flag, I don't know what to tell you, man. So I guess I'll just go to their spawn and just be annoying. So I'll try to explain the... When you play Unholy Death Knight, you kind of want to play around the fact that you won't be able to Death Strike in your most dire time of need. So when you're playing Unholy, as I will here, not Unholy, Blood Death Knight, just fucking up. Oh god. A call again, and Valkyrian Wolf. Thanks for the follows, guys. So again, get my stacks up here. I'm gonna Blood Drinker here just because I'm kind of low on health. Gonna get all my Blood Boils off, by the way. Gonna get my 10 stacks up. I'm gonna Death Strike for some health. And this is it. I mean, if you're not getting focused, this is literally how you play Blood Death Knight. Outside of this, you just want to make sure you don't get completely 1-0'd or 100-0'd. It doesn't happen too often, but it will happen very occasionally. I'm gonna slow all these guys here. I'm gonna use Death Chain here. Again, obviously, did take a shit ton of damage there, so... And my cooldown macro is pretty much just Vampiric Blood, and I think that's it. It's Vampiric Blood. When you use Vampiric Blood, you will heal for a shit ton. And there's a talent that makes this. After Vampiric Blood expires, you absorb damage equal to 5 times the damage your Blood Plague dealt during Vampiric Blood. So the more Vampiric Bloods you have up, or the more Vampiric Blood you have up, the more, I guess, self-healing you have. So, again here, just going to apply Blood Plague to everyone. And just, I'm going to Death Chain these 2 together, I suppose. But, yeah, this is it. This is how you play it. Hold on. I'm gonna slow this guy. Because I like peeling for my healing. I'm a decent man. I'm a decent human being. And again, this is it. I mean, no one's focusing me. I don't blame them. I am a Blood Death Knight. Just kind of running around the battleground, but... That's a Brewmaster Monk, isn't it? It sure is. Wowie. Alright, well, we'll Blood Drinker you. I usually like using Blood Drinker when I just have nothing else to press, by the way. It does a decent amount of damage, also heals you, so... Very strong in that aspect. Heart Strike does slow now, by the way, in case you don't know that. Very strong slow as well. No one's really hitting me here, so I can't really showcase, I guess, the tankiness of the spec, sadly, but I'm gonna Death Strike both these guys, because why not? We'll slow everyone here. No one wants to hit me here, do they? He's like, oh, it's a Blood Death Knight, what am I gonna do? Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone thinks whenever you hit a Blood Death Knight, because you can't really do much against the Blood Death Knight, to be honest. You can do damage, and then they just heal it all back, by the way, so. Again, Blood Drinker does a hell of a ton of damage for being a tank ability, so. 900,000 damage. And by the way, I use Rune of Fallen Crusader on my weapon just because I will actually hit for something. I do like the strength it gives, and it does actually give me a decent amount of strength. And I also grab Berserkings as a tank, so. You may call me silly, but I just call this adaptive play. As in, I adapt to wanting to play DPS as a tank, so yeah, that's what I do. I'm gonna run in this huge group, maybe someone will actually focus me, that'll be nice. Maybe I'll actually kind of struggle a little bit. I'm gonna get all of my bone stacks up. That guy doesn't really know what he's doing. I'm gonna slow everyone here. Just kidding. Now I'll slow everyone. Just kidding. I'm not gonna get a slow off. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. He is definitely using a bunch of dots on me. So I'm gonna just heal a little bit here. I'm gonna use cooldowns here. So, again, Death Strike. Use that. Death Strike again. And I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. And now I'll just get a huge absorb. That absorb is for 1 million, by the way. So that's what I mean when I say use Vampiric Blood a lot, because the absorb you get from Vampiric Blood, it's a lot. It's a lot of self-heals, by the way. What mouse do I have? All of my gear is in the description below, by the way. Also, bleed scaling with haste is going to be interesting for Feral Druid. Do you have YouTube video? Do you have a video on YouTube as Demo Lock? I do. I do indeed. New name for my shaman. No clue. Shocks, poops, I don't know. Something with shocks in it. Going to sleep now. See you next stream. Joker, take it easy, man. But yeah, that is Blood Death Knight. Again, keep up your 10 bone stacks. Try to keep that up all the time. I use Blood Drinker just for fun, because I feel like it does decent damage. Like, you'll see here. What's it hitting for? 184,000. Hits decently hard. And again, keep up your blood stacks. I'm going to get all these people on me. I do have most of my defensives, though, so. Again, I'm going to use Bone Storm here, because Bone Storm actually does heal a decent amount. I'm going to get all of my blood stacks up again on this Warlock, because that guy's parrying everything. And again, I am fine here. They're all focusing me. Please, just keep focusing the Blood Death Knight. I will love you forever if you just keep this up. And again, all I'm doing here, and it's not much, honestly, whatever. All I was doing, keeping up the 10 stacks of blood, bone shield. After that, you want to make sure you have enough runic power to Death Strike whenever you're in a dire situation of that. If you're out of that, use Blood Boil. Blood Boil doesn't cost anything, just gives you free heals and does damage, so use Blood Boil whenever it's off cooldown. Use Vampiric Blood whenever you need heals. Also, Dancing Rune Weapon also does a ton of healing with Vampiric Blood. Use your Artifact ability Consumption with Vampiric Blood just for heals. Use Death Chain to do extra damage. Use Hard Strike to slow. Use Death and Decay to slow. Use Blood Drinker for just random lulls and heals and damage. And, yeah, that's about it, guys. That's Blood DK. It's definitely not the hardest class, but there's definitely a lot of stuff you have to keep track of, but if you know how to keep track of it, then you're definitely golden. So, again, just a review for Blood Death Knight. Blood Boil to keep your Blood Plague up. Get 10 stacks of Bone Shield. Death Strike if you need the heals. Death Strike in Vampiric Blood with Dancing Rune Weapon. Consumption just will top you off. Again, if you're running the talents I'm using, AMS will give you 25% health. So, Vampiric Blood with AMS, Dancing Rune Weapon, and Consumption and Death Strike will just pretty much get you full health no matter what situation, but that's Blood Death Knight, guys. So, not too hard, definitely one of the most fun tank specs. Yeah, I mean, it's Blood Death Knight, guys. It's always been fun, it's always been existent, it's always been very strong, so I would suggest trying it out if you haven't already.